Hi kids, Rebecca Lowe here. We are doing some problems from the Unit 1, Part 1 test in MPM 1D, and this is number 5, which was a commonly missed problem. So we're going to go through this together. So first of all, we're going to be doing order of operations. Wherever you see multiplying or dividing, you must do that first, moving left to right, left to right. So the first thing I'm going to do is this multiplication here. Now, I can reduce before I multiply. That only works for multiplication, not when you're adding fractions. So I can cross off this 3 because 3 is divisible by 3. And I can cross off this other 3 because 3 is divisible by 3. And 3 divided by 3 would make 1. So this is gone. I can also divide this 2 by 2, and that gives you 1. And this 8 by 2, and that gives you 4. And now I'm going to go ahead and multiply. 1 times 1 is 1 over 4 times 1, which is 4. And I'm going to bring my work down. Next thing I'm going to do is bring down this sign that I see here, this minus sign, and I'm going to do this multiplication next because that's what I see working left to right. Again, I'm going to reduce before I multiply. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 goes into 6 3 times. And there is a negative here. I'm going to keep the parentheses because I have double signs. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3 over 1 times 5 is 5. Now I'm going to do the division. I'm going to bring that next sign down. Before I can do division, or in order to do division, I have to copy dot flip. Change division to multiplication. So I copy the first fraction, dot flip the second fraction. Now I'm going to multiply these two, and I get, well, before I do that, I'm going to reduce because 3 goes into 3 one time, and 3 goes into 6 2 times. I also could have just reduced this to 1/2. I could have reduced it up here. It doesn't matter. The reduction needs to be done at some point. Now this is a negative, so I have plus a negative 3 over 4. Now I'm going to need to bring down the stuff you see on the left. Now this double negative will make a positive. So I have 1/4 plus 3/5 plus a negative. Well, adding a negative is the same thing as subtracting. So I can get rid of these parentheses and I can change that negative 3/4 to a minus. So this is the same thing as plus a negative 3/4 is a minus 3/4. Now in order to add fractions, I need a common denominator. You are not allowed to cancel things. You need a common denominator. So common denominator is 20. It's a multiple of both 4 and 5. In order to get this denominator to have a 20, I would multiply by 5, top and bottom. So this new numerator is 5. In order to get this denominator to have a 20, I multiply by 4. So this new numerator is 12. So I have plus 12. In order to get this new denominator to have a 20, I multiply by 5. So it's minus 15. Now, when you add fractions, you keep the denominator and you add the numerators only. So 5 plus 12 is 17. 17 minus 15 is 2. You work left to right, you guys, left to right. You do addition or subtraction, whatever comes first, left to right. And I have 2 over 20. Always keep your answers in simplified form. 1 over 10 is the final answer. Ideally, you guys should be working straight down, not across your page. I should have provided a little more room for that, but straight down with equal signs showing all of your steps. Hopefully that helps.